Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine a landscape where, well, the very rhythm of life is dictated by the seasons, where the earth provides and the people are just deeply connected to the soil.
Hmm.
We're going to transport ourselves sort of to the verdant fields of Odisha, a place that's often called the soul of India.
Right.
But beneath this rich agricultural heritage, there's this quiet revolution taking root, one that could really redefine the future for millions.
Yeah.
We're talking about a transformation in how farming is done, promising not just survival, but, well, true prosperity. And it's happening right now as those monsoon clouds drift over the coastal plains and rugged plateaus.
And our mission today, really, for you, is to peel back the layers on this profound shift. We're diving deep into an innovative approach that's blending tradition with cutting-edge understanding,
Okay.
all designed to build economic stability, environmental resilience, and, a brighter future for entire communities.
Yeah.
What's truly fascinating here, I think, is the sheer scale of the challenge that kind of sparked this.
Scale.
Yeah, nearly 70% of Odisha's population depends on agriculture, yet this sector contributes only about, 26% to the state's gross domestic product.
Wow, that's a huge gap.
It is, and this creates a really challenging reality for millions of farmers, but actually the 83% who are small and marginal. We're talking tiny plots, sometimes as small as 1.25 hectares.
Right.
So we'll explore how they've been grappling with, unpredictable monsoons and infertile soils, and how a new dawn is sort of breaking through these pretty formidable challenges.
That disparity you mentioned between the number of people in agriculture and its actual contribution to the economy, that really paints a stark picture, doesn't it?
It absolutely does.
So, to really grasp this transformation, we first need to understand the stage it's set upon. Odisha, it's a land of incredible geographical diversity,
Hmm.
stretching from these fertile alluvial coastal plains to central tablelands, northern plateaus, and the dramatic eastern Ghats.
Quite a range.
Yeah, and each zone presents its own unique challenges and opportunities. Average rainfall is about 1,452 millimeters, mostly concentrated between June and September.
Monsoon season, basically.
Exactly. And for generations, farmers have relied on this rain, but the patterns, well, they've become increasingly erratic. Climate change has brought frequent cyclones, droughts, flash floods.
Making things much tougher.
Right. It makes traditional methods, especially the widespread cultivation of rice, increasingly unsustainable. For decades, rice has just dominated the landscape, covering about 69% of the cultivated area.
It's a staple culturally.
It is, but its cultivation, particularly in those rain-fed uplands, often yields very low returns because of that erratic rainfall and poor soil fertility.
You've really hit on a crucial point there. This reliance on just one crop, combined with these escalating climate threats, it really pushed the state to a critical juncture.
A tipping point.
Pretty much. Odisha's agricultural policy, updated back in 2018,
Mm-hmm.
it explicitly recognized this. And that started a determined push for diversification, to break that cycle of low productivity and financial insecurity.
So the policymakers saw the writing on the wall.
They did. We've
Yeah.
seen how the very foundations of farming in Odisha were struggling. The soils, as you said, often acidic, low to essential nutrients,
Right.
and stressed by decades of intensive single-crop farming. Overuse of chemical fertilizers had degraded fertility, and water scarcity limited irrigation potential, only about 35% of rice fields being irrigated.
Only 35%.
Yes. So the old ways, while steeped in tradition, they just weren't cutting it anymore against
Uh-huh.
this triple threat: climate vulnerability, economic instability, and declining soil health.
Okay.
This is precisely why the new, more integrated approach became so vital right now.
So given these deep-seated challenges and, the clear risks of monoculture, how exactly does this new approach, this quiet revolution, offer a viable solution? What's the core mechanism that makes it effective?
Well, that's where mixed cropping steps in. And it's truly an intelligent design, if you will.
Mixed cropping, like multiple crops together.
Exactly. Imagine a field where rows of rice sway gently alongside patches of pulses, oil seeds, vibrant vegetables. It's not chaos. It's a living, breathing symphony, really.
Uh-huh.
Each crop complementing the others. This is mixed cropping, the practice of growing multiple crops together on the same land. It's a strategy as old as agriculture itself, but it's finding this profound, renewed relevance in Odisha's quest for a sustainable future.
So old wisdom, new application.
Precisely. Unlike monoculture, where a single crop reigns supreme and just depletes the same nutrients year after year, mixed cropping creates a diverse ecosystem. It beautifully mimics nature's balance.
And the benefit there is?
Well, it ensures that if one crop struggles, maybe due to drought or pests, others might still thrive. It offers farmers a crucial safety net, spreading the risk.
That makes sense. It sounds like a much more natural solution. Can you give us some examples of how these crops actually work together, like beyond just being laborers in the field?
Absolutely. We're talking about planting crops with different nutrient needs, different growth cycles. For example, a farmer might strategically pair rice with pulses like moom or biri,
Pulses.
legumes, right? And these legumes, they naturally fix nitrogen in the soil. They pull it from the air and put it back into the ground.
So they enrich the soil.
Exactly. Significantly reducing the need for expensive chemical fertilizers.
Right.
Or, another example, they might grow oil seeds like mustard or sesame alongside vegetables.
Okay.
This not only adds variety to what the farmer can sell, but it also creates that crucial buffer against market fluctuations and, of course, unpredictable weather.
So it's about more than just looks.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
This diversity isn't just about aesthetics. It's about maximizing overall yield by using resources more efficiently, improving long-term soil health by replenishing nutrients, and building inherent resilience into the whole system. It's a scientifically sound approach, really, leveraging ecological principles for agricultural longevity.
The idea of building that buffer, that natural ecosystem in the field, it's incredibly powerful. Let's talk numbers, though. What kind of economic impact are we actually seeing from this shift towards mixed cropping?
Yeah, the economic argument is incredibly compelling. Farmers can tap into multiple income streams, moving away from that risky dependency on a single harvest.
Makes sense. More baskets for the eggs.
Pretty much. We've seen cash crops like cotton, maize, various vegetables really surge in production. Take Odisha's vegetable output, for instance.
Okay.
It grew from 97.34 lakh metric tons, that's nearly 9.7 million metric tons in 2019-20, to an impressive 109.3 lakh metric tons, about 10.9 million metric tons in 2023-24.
That's a solid increase.
It is. That's a notable 3% annual growth rate. And oil palm cultivation is also expanding rapidly, from 8,800 hectares in 2023-24, with plans to add another 6,500 hectares in 2024-25.
Wow.
And these diverse crops, they generally fetch higher market prices than traditional paddies. So that provides a vital boost to farmer incomes, creating a more stable financial foundation.
Those are impressive figures, suggesting real momentum. And beyond the immediate financial gains, what does this diversification mean for Odisha's long-term ability to withstand those environmental pressures you highlighted earlier? The cyclones, droughts.
Right. Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, the climate resilience aspect is absolutely paramount, especially when you remember Odisha's vulnerability.
It's high on the list of vulnerable states, isn't it?
Very high. So monoculture in that kind of environment, it's incredibly risky. A single bad weather event could just wipe out an entire season's work.
Devastating.
Totally. Mixed cropping strategically spreads that risk. It ensures farmers aren't left completely empty-handed if one crop fails. And this strategy, it inherently helps maintain soil fertility without heavy chemical inputs.
Which is key for those acidic soils.
Exactly. Especially in Odisha's acidic soils, where essential nutrients are often low to begin with. It's also about optimizing resource use. You've got legumes fixing nitrogen, deep-rooted oil seeds, and millets preventing erosion and retaining crucial moisture.
Water retention too.
Yes, which is absolutely critical in predominantly rain-fed areas. So this isn't just about making more money, it's really about engineering a farming system that can more robustly withstand the increasing tests of our changing climate.
So it's smarter farming, basically.
Right.
How is the state of Odisha itself championing this shift? What are the key initiatives driving this on the ground?
Oh, the state government has been a massive champion. Through its Department of Agriculture and Farmers Empowerment, it's actively driving the strategy. The goal is clear: boost farmer incomes and ensure sustainability.
Any specific examples?
Yeah, a fantastic one is in Sundargarh district. Lots of rain-fed land there. They have the crop diversification program in megalift irrigation projects, or CDPM-LIP.
CDPM-LIP, okay.
It's a government initiative designed to promote non-paddy crops in irrigated areas. During the 2023 Kharif, the monsoon season, it covered 29,500 hectares with non-paddy crops.
That's a lot of land.
It is. And farmers received incentives worth Rs 22 crore for participating.
Serious money.
Yeah. And in the ongoing Rabi, the winter season, an additional 27,900 hectares are dedicated to pulses like moong, biri, chickpeas, making Sundargarh a real leader in this diversification effort.
That's significant commitment. Any other major programs?
Absolutely. Another major one is the Odisha Millets Mission, launched back in 2017, now expanded to 76 blocks. It's reintroducing these incredibly climate-resilient ancient grains millets to communities.
Reels are very drought tolerant, aren't they?
Extremely. And the impact. Millet production jumped by a staggering 215% per farmer household between 2016-17 and 2018-19 alone.
215%. That's huge.
It's massive. Shows what focused effort can achieve.
Those programs sound really impactful, but how do these large-scale policies and, impressive statistics actually translate into the day-to-day?
Yeah, that's where the real story lies, isn't it? How these policies are truly reshaping lives on the ground.
Let's consider Kanti Boy. She's a 48-year-old tribal farmer from Thwamul Rampur in Kalahandi.
Okay, Conti Boy and Colin, right. She once relied solely on cotton and paddy, constantly worrying about losing her entire crop.
The monoculture risk we talked about.
Exactly. But now, with support from the Odisha Millets Mission, she grows millets alongside pulses and vegetables on her 2-acre farm.
Diversified.
Completely. And she shared with us, she said, now, even if one crop struggles, the others keep my family fed and my income steady.
Oh, it's powerful.
Isn't it? Conti has effectively doubled her income, selling millets to local markets and cooperatives. Her story just highlights this radical shift in mindset, from passively enduring risk to actively engineering her own security.
Fantastic. Any other examples?
Sure. There's Harihar Naik in Sundargarh. Through that CDPMLI program we mentioned,
Right.
he grows mustard, moong, and vegetables, alongside just a small patch of rice now. He explained how the incentives helped him buy better seeds and tools, and critically, how his pulses still brought in money even when the monsoon was late.
Proving the strategy works even in tough years.
Exactly. It proves that diversification works under pressure. And one more. In Ganjam district, we see women farmers like Saraju. Recovering from cyclone damage, she actually replaced paddy cultivation entirely with green fodder and animal husbandry.
A complete shift.
Yeah. She realized, as she put it, paddy was too risky after the cyclones. Now I sell fodder and milk, and my family is secure. These aren't just stats. These are families regaining control, building tangible security through diversified farming.
It's really powerful hearing those personal stories, that resilience, that adaptation. But, it can't all be smooth sailing, right? Every major transformation faces hurdles. And what are some of the challenges Odisha is encountering?
You're absolutely right. Progress is rarely linear. There are still significant hurdles. A big one is that many farmers, particularly in upland areas, are hesitant to move away from paddy.
Why is that? Habit.
It's partly habit, but it's also largely due to its deep cultural significance as a staple food. And crucially, the allure of the assured minimum support price, or MSP.
The guaranteed price for paddy.
Exactly. That provides a safety net, even if the returns aren't great. We even heard some farmers in Sundargarh said they'd go back to paddy if MSP was guaranteed for the Rabi season too.
So that highlights the challenge of changing not just practices, but also economic incentives and mindsets.
Precisely. Beyond that, access to quality seeds for these diverse crops, finding reliable markets for them, and getting affordable credit, these remain barriers.
Even with programs like Kalia.
Well, schemes like Kalia, launched in 2018, they provide direct financial support, which helps. But many still struggle with the upfront costs for new, diverse crops. Starting something new always involves some risk and investment.
Sure. That raises an important question then. How is the state trying to bridge those gaps? How do they move forward despite these challenges? What's the vision?
Well, the state's agriculture department is actively countering that hesitation with targeted incentives and, importantly, extensive training. But progress is, by nature, gradual. You can't change generations of practice overnight.
Understandable. What about market access?
Market access is also a continuous focus. NATEFED, that's the National Agricultural Cooperative Marketing Federation of India, is working with Odisha to promote cash crops like pulses and millets. But farmers really need even better infrastructure, better supply chains to reach broader, more lucrative markets.
Logistics and infrastructure are key.
Absolutely. But the road ahead, it does look promising. The Odisha Economic Survey for 2024-25 actually projects a state growth rate of 7.2%.
That's higher than the national average, right?
It is, yeah, outpacing the national average of 6.4%. Institutions like the Odisha University of Agriculture and Technology, OUAT, they're playing a pivotal role,
How so?
not just in research, but actively mentoring agri-startups and training farmers in these new practices. Governor Hari Babu Kampampati himself, he emphasized the need for agri-entrepreneurship at OUAT's Foundation Day. This was August 25, 2025, urging farmers to explore value addition, direct marketing.
Moving up the value chain.
Exactly. Plus, you have public-private partnerships, new industrial projects, and big initiatives like the Odisha Integrated Irrigation Project for climate-resilient agriculture. They're ones directly benefiting 125,000 families. It's a really holistic, long-term vision.
So, wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you, our listener, and maybe for the future of sustainable farming more broadly? Odisha's push for mixed cropping. It isn't just about a new way to farm, is it?
No, not at all.
It feels like a powerful reminder that the most resilient innovation can often be the intelligent reapplication of, well, ancient ecological wisdom, proven wisdom that can buffer against modern climate shocks.
Oh, well put.
By blending crops, these farmers aren't just growing food, they seem to be actively building a future where their fields thrive, their incomes grow, and their communities flourish. It shows a pathway forward that really balances tradition with necessity.
It really highlights that knowledge is most valuable when it's understood and applied, doesn't it? Especially when it empowers communities to navigate these complex challenges. For Odisha's rural heartland, the message seems clear. Diversify, adapt, and prosper.
Not just survive, but
Right.
prosper.
Right. For genuine security.
Yeah.
And it's such a powerful testament to collective action. You've got farmers, policymakers, scientists, even consumers all working together. What truly stands out to me is that profound shift in farmer mindset we discussed.
From passive risk takers to active engineers of their future.
Exactly. Actively engineering their own environmental and economic security. As the sun sets over the fields of Kalahandi, Sundagar, and Ganjam, you really feel like a new dawn is rising. One where every harvest brings hope, security, and a truly sustainable tomorrow.
It really does.
And it leaves you wondering, doesn't it? Where else could this blend of ancient wisdom and modern imperative create such profound transformative change?